Do you ever feel like you're too pressed for time to eat something nutritious before your workout? Well, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the ultimate quick fix pre workout snacks that perfectly fit into your hectic schedule, ensuring that you never compromise on nutrition, energy, or time. So stay tuned to turbocharge your fitness routine with actual minimal effort. So let's get into it. Now, who am I, right? I am Adam, aka Puffy. I also lost 150 pounds, and I also went to culinary school. So stay tuned to the end of this video where I'm going to give you some of my top pre-workout snacks that don't taste like shit. Okay, now a bit about me. I lost a lot of weight. Okay, I used to not be able to see my dick in the mirror. I also went to get skin removal surgery, not gastric bypass. Okay, and I have a bunch of certifications. Now that that is out of the way, welcome back to the channel where we turn your fitness goals into actual reality. So from conquering my own weight loss success, if I just kind of went over, and to guiding hundreds of others with their fitness success, I've discovered one crucial thing. What you eat before a workout makes an insane difference. So today, we're going to be diving into quick and nutritious pre-workout snacks designed for busy professionals. So get ready to power up your body and mind for optimal performance. Okay, now before we get into the nitty gritty, I know you hate it when I do this, or I hate it when other YouTubers do it, but we do it for a reason. Okay, it helps a tremendous amount with the algorithm. So pause this video right now and just like it, and drop a comment down below on, I don't know, how stupid I look with this hoodie on. Okay, because I really want more people to see this, and it helps more people. Okay, just to put out more free information out there. All right, now we kind of touched on, I've helped hundreds of people lose weight. All right. Ian lost over 100 pounds working with me. Cole lost, I think, like 50 pounds working with me. He got a hell of a good tan. Mike lost over 100 pounds. Sammy lost over 100 pounds. Colin lost over 100 pounds. And Jose lost over 100 pounds. Okay. So now that that's all out of the way, here's my very sexy, attractive self. Why pre-workout nutrition matters. So pre-workout nutrition is an absolute pivotal aspect of your training regimen because it directly is going to influence how effectively your body actually performs during exercise. A lot of people don't realize this, right? It's not about filling up. It's about fueling up strategically to optimize both your energy levels and your endurance. Okay, so here's how and why it works. Let me zoom out a bit. Immediate energy boost. So consuming the right nutrients before exercising provides your muscles with a readily available energy source. This is crucial for your glycogen stores as your main fuels. Carbs are particularly important because they break down into glucose, entering your bloodstream and providing immediate energy that enhances performance. That's why I'm not a huge fan of keto. Okay. Enhanced endurance and efficiency. So proteins and fat play their part by ensuring sustained energy release. Well, proteins are not the primary energy source. They help in repair the growth of muscle tissue after exercise. So that's why it's not super important to have an abundance of it pre-exercise. Okay. Well, at least for your pre-workout meal. It's different if you're eating like 6 meals a day. Okay. Now, consuming a combination of carbs and proteins will help increase muscle protein synthesis, reduce protein breakdown, and stabilize your blood sugar levels, which will ultimately overall workout efficiency and duration. Okay. Now, scientific backing. There has been an insane amount of studies on this, published by the Journal of International Society and Sports Nutrition, that demonstrates that consuming a combination of carbs and proteins before exercising not only boosts performance, but also aids in quicker recovery. Duh. So these studies suggest that pre-workout meals should be ideally rich in carbs, moderate proteins to maximize your glycogen storages and muscle preservation. It's not super high in fat, and we'll get into in why. Okay, so optimal timing and consumption. It depends on what you are consuming for timing. So when I get into my top pre-workout snacks and recommendations and what I like kind of doing, I'll give you about a baseline of like timing consuming, right? The timing of your pre-workout meal is just as important as what you eat. So ideally you want to consume your pre-workout meal 1 to 2 hours before your workout. You could push it to 3 depending on what you're consuming, right? And too close to your workout time will lead to like stomach discomfort, okay? And you don't want to be like shitting in the middle of your workout. And while eating too early will be like depleting your workout. You won't have any glycogen storages. You won't have any energy by the time your workouts come. Okay, so this is a cool graphic or picture. So stuff that you could probably push like 3 hours before. 4 hours is a bit much. Like a thick oatmeal, rice, tofu, or rice and chicken and broccoli, potato, salmon, asparagus, because these are heavy, dense things, and a lot of them are high in fat sources. Right? Salmon, very high in fat source. Fast is great. But this would be more so ideal for post-workout, not pre-workout. I'm going to have a video on post-workout, okay? 1 to 2 hours. These are all quick digesting carbohydrates. I'm peanut and hummus, not really. Bagel and cream cheese, not really. I wouldn't recommend any of this. Apple and peanut butter, maybe. That's not terrible. But 0 to 1 hours, these all make sense because these are very quick digesting carbohydrates, except for a smoothie, okay? Dried fruit, I wouldn't do it. It's a waste of calories. But if you're in a bind, do it. Honey is not honestly terrible. Honey, salt, and like a caffeinated beverage, that might be one of the best pre-workouts you could do because it's all natural, as long as the honey is actually natural. Try Manuka honey. Manuka honey tastes really good. Anyways, don't want to get too much on a tangent. Okay, so I went to culinary school. I'm bragging. Okay, so now I'm going to show you and explain to you my top recommendations. These are not really in exact order. Okay, but these are all made with the idea that you're in a bind, you don't have a lot of time, you want to make this quickly, or you want to make this to go or like ready for later in the day. Okay, so these two options you probably want to make at home. If you like have a home, I'm assuming most people that are watching this have a home. I meant, so like if you're at home, you're working, and then you're gonna go for a workout. Maybe this is meal one of the day, and then you're gonna go hit a workout. These are what I would recommend. Okay, so eggs and sourdough bread. You don't have to do sourdough bread. You could do a bagel, whatever. But sourdough bread is one of my favorite carb sources to use on anybody's plan, because of the it has a thing in it I'm blanking on, but it helps with your gut microbiome. It helps with your digestive system, with the way they make the sourdough bread. It's a very healthy probiotics in there. There we go. And then eggs has a little bit of protein, has a little bit of fat. You don't want to overdo it. It's overall balanced. And on the same thing, you could do eggs again, and you could do like toast or bagel with peanut butter, so you get a little bit of fat. And you could also add some fruit, or you could just like double up on the bread, right? And for both of these, you want to do like a 1.5, so 90 minutes or 120 minutes before. If you want like a full macro breakdown, I did not give it, and I didn't give it to really any of these because it really depends on your body and your goals and what you're doing, right? Whether you're cutting or bulking, what your weights are, what your weight is at, right? I mean, I can give you a rough estimate. If you want that, drop a comment below, reply. But yeah, so moving on, we're going to go to overnight oats. Okay. So this is great for prepping in advance, right? These are two options in my cookbook. No, I don't really charge for my cookbook anymore. If you want either of these recipes, just drop a comment below or shoot me a message on Instagram. Cause I don't think I can send you a picture on YouTube. But if you shoot me a message on Instagram, I'll shoot you over like either of these recipes. So this is banana bread overnight oats. And this is one of my most popular, famous recipes when I was doing the meal prep business way back in the day. This is brownie batter overnight oats. Both of these are amazing to prep in bulk and amazing to prep in advance, right? So these will stay in the fridge for upwards of like 10 days. The only really thing you need is like mason jars, some type of vessel, right? Moving on, we're going to go over to yogurt parfaits, okay? Same thing as the overnight oats, just a different texture. I'm not personally a huge oats fan. I didn't hate the brownie batter, right? But yogurt parfait is more my thing. So this is a apple pie parfait, and this is a mixed berry parfait. This is very straightforward. You want to be careful on how much granola you use, and the type of Greek yogurt. But this is also really well balanced. I didn't put it out in the overnight oats, but I'm giving you timestamps on all of this. Okay, we'll go over to now smoothies. So if you want this exact PDF, it's in the school community, which I'll get to later. Or again, shoot me a message, I'll send it to you. But basically, this is like your top 6 ways to make a smoothie. Now, if you're leaning for like a pre-workout smoothie, I would want you to make it like not super thick, not super dense, not super like jam-packed. You could make 2 different types of smoothie, right? But maybe 1 scoop of protein powder, a little bit of veg. You kind of want the carbs to be heavy. So 1, if not maybe 2 bananas, a little bit of fat, and that's it. Or you could do like a smoothie and then add, a carb source on the side. Like you could have a banana in the smoothie, a banana on side. Okay. Now I'll go to my favorite option for pre-workout snacks or pre-workout meals. These are 3 examples. So this is one of my favorite recipes I ever made, which is s'mores protein cookies. That has about 15, 17 grams of protein in it. Then we have the banana chocolate chip protein muffins. So each one of those have 200 calories, about 20 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs. I don't remember the fat. I know it was less than 10. These are all great substitutes for like protein bars. Plus they're healthy. Like there's no preservatives, artificial flavors. And this one was a peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter, Reese's peanut butter, whatever you want to call it. Protein cupcake, or I called it a puff cake, around the same macros as this one, just a little bit higher. I mean, you could obviously remove the Reese's peanut butter cup. But yeah, these are all great, again, to make in advance, make in batch. You can stick them in the freezer. I literally just took out like 10 cookies that I made a year ago from the freezer. They tasted fine. I mean, they were a little like texture was a bit different, but yeah, no issues with these. So if you want the recipes for any of these, a lot of the recipes in here are in the school. Okay. One other one that's really quick to mention would be banana rice cake, almond butter, or a sliced banana on a rice cake with peanut butter. Okay, this is really well balanced. It's on a lot of my clients' plans. A lot of other coaches recommend this as well because it's simple. Even if you suck at cooking, this is really good. The macros can be really balanced, right? And then you can manipulate how many rice cakes, how much banana, how much peanut butter, etc. Make sure you're weighing out your fat sources like your peanut butter. Okay, now bonus tip for you, or before you get off. Okay, add salt. And I know people are like, whoa, what the fuck? Salt really helps with preventing cramping and helps with performance and pump in the gym. If you go do a workout, okay, now I guess it depends on what you're doing. But let's say today you're doing arms and tomorrow you're doing arms and the law of recovery doesn't matter. And you added salt to your workout before your meal, and you went to work out and then you went and you didn't have salt. The time that you had salt, your pump will be better. You'll be less likely to cramp. You'll feel a lot better. You'll have more hydration. There's a lot of benefits. So do that. One more bonus tip. Okay. Let's say you're in a bind. Let's say you got 60 minutes before your workout and you haven't eaten anything, or like you need to eat something. You can do any of what I just mentioned. Okay. But go for a 10-minute walk. So then it helps the digestive system pick up a lot more. So like halfway through your workout, you're not taking a shit. And it just basically allows your body to metabolite and process the food that you're giving it. Okay. Now, one other thing to mention, okay, would be supplement when necessary. Okay. This is super unnecessary, especially if you prep and plan in advance. There's a quote by Winston Churchill: failing to plan is like planning to fail, or something like that. So always prepare to plan, not fail. Okay. When you're limited on time, stuff like whey protein or carbohydrate gels or powder, I'm more of a fan of powder, will serve as an effective alternative. I think I'll have a video eventually coming out on like what to do for intra workout. But basically, it's not ideal. You don't need it if you're doing a proper pre-workout. It's only necessary if your workouts are longer than like 60 minutes. I'm talking about like the strength training part is longer than 60 minutes. So you don't really, most people don't need a pre-workout, or sorry, not a pre-workout, intra. Now, I mentioned a bunch of times the school community. It'll be the second link in the description below. It's 100% free. There's no strings attached. It's to pretty much help anybody on their weight loss journey, and build a larger community of people on their weight loss journey to help motivate one another. A bunch of free resources in there, a lot of stuff that I talked about in this video. Now, if you're ready to actually take your health into your own hands and you want a bit of personalized guidance, I know there's a lot of information on here, a lot of information on the internet. You're like, what do I do? Who do I listen to? What to do, etc. Because a lot of this shit, let's be real, is overwhelming, right? And I know I could probably relate to you watching this. You know, you're on your weight loss journey, or you want help. Like I've been there, done that, helped over 100 people. So if you're finally sick of being sick and tired, and you want to like maybe retire pain-free and stress-free and not have to constantly worry about your next doctor's appointment, maybe you want to like walk up a flight of stairs without gasping for air, play with your kids, or fit better into your clothes, feel more confident, right? Then I would highly recommend to book a free game plan chat with me today. It'll be the first thing in the description below. This is what it looks like. Okay, so I will speak soon, or I will speak to you soon in there, or I will see you in the next video. Please make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this, and send this, okay, call me crazy, but maybe send this to someone that actually might find this helpful, because it is free, and it would help me, it would help them, and, you know, might make you feel good. So otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.